Hey friends, Mark Holmes here with my buddy CowboyJobu, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Jobu Sports Report. Because without you guys, this would be nothing. And I got to tell you, I did my test yesterday on my new setup here on the channel. Got a lot of great feedback from you guys on what works and what doesn't work, and I appreciate all that. But tonight, 9 o'clock, we will be live streaming Eastern Time, and I hope you guys can join us as we get ready to also do the Benet Emery Show. Now, right now, there's not a whole lot of stuff that's going on. We are finally past Tony Romo, although I still believe and said right after he took the job with CBS that I believe that Tony Romo will be playing football sometime this year. And I'm thinking that if the Texans are sitting here right now thinking, oh shit, we don't have a freaking quarterback. Tony Romo technically is a free agent. He's got a job, but maybe we go ahead and put some shit together after the draft and see what we can do to try and work out a deal, because they got to do better than what they have. They've got a team. The only thing that's missing is a quarterback. They are in a conference, a division that is weak. These opportunities don't come around that often. So you've got to be looking. We got to find the best quarterback available. And when you look around at Kaepernick and you look at RG3, you should be willing to take a risk on a Tony Romo. But anyway, we're done with that situation. We had the great Dak Prescott interview and stuff like that, and I'm excited as can be about him being our quarterback. And today, important day for all of us out there. And no, I'm not talking about tax day, which it is, so I hope everybody's got their taxes in by midnight tonight so you don't get a penalty. No, today is the first day of OTAs, volunteer workouts. So the guys are actually getting back together. They're doing workouts and stuff at the Star today. And that's great because that means we're getting closer and closer to mini camps and closer to the draft, closer to the season. And I'm as excited as can be. But back to Dak. Like I said, with football, you can have the best game plan. You can have the best players, because oftentimes it's not always the best team that wins. Sometimes it's a bit of luck and timing. You know, an instant too quick or too slow, you're not in the right place to catch that ball. Sometimes the football can take a funny bounce. Look at the immaculate reception. Bounced off a guy's shoulder pad, and he was right there at the right time to catch that ball up. Franco Harris picks it up, boom, goes away, they win the game. And we've seen over and over and over again throughout the history of football where it's just that what-if moment, like I always say. That what if this didn't happen, it would be a cascade event throughout. And when I look at Dak Prescott, and I was saying yesterday that the reason why we have Dak and Zeke is because Murray ended up going in free agency. I believe if Murray had stayed, we wouldn't have either of those two guys on the Dallas Cowboys. And gave you reasons why I thought that. But in the same sense, if Kellen Moore hadn't gotten hurt, Dak Prescott wouldn't have had the season that he had. Because by Kellen Moore getting hurt, that moved Dak up the chain, and I think eventually he was going to move up there anyway. But Dak moved up during training camp. And because Tony Romo was in the situation where he had days off, he had more time to work with the first team offense. So it wasn't a surprise or a whole lot for him to have to learn that he wasn't already doing when Tony Romo got hurt. Because let's say Tony Romo didn't get hurt in training camp. Let's say Tony Romo got hurt in the first or the second game, and Moore didn't get hurt. So now Tony Romo goes out, Moore's your backup, he's going in and playing. Okay, let's say he sucks to high heaven, or he got hurt then. And then Dak went in. Well, Dak wouldn't have had all the work behind him that he had during the summer. He probably still would have been good, but because he had all that extra work in training camp, those preseason games and everything else as the starting quarterback, because Tony Romo wasn't playing in preseason, that gave him valuable minutes and valuable time. Because see, here's where you usually fail with backup quarterbacks. backup quarterbacks are running scout team. They're not spending time with the backup quarterbacks, especially third string ones, working with the first team and doing the game plans. They're basically thrown into the wolves. So Dak had the perfect storm of a great offensive line, great running back, and time to work together. Now, that didn't mean that he didn't have to perform, because he did. Because we had a great offensive line, great running back with the team in 2015, and we got one win with the backups. So Dak still had to produce, but it helped him being in the situation that he was in. You know, a lot of the rookie quarterbacks that are drafted are going to teams that are crap. And it's hard for them to learn because they're running for their lives. Or they're getting thrown in because the veteran that they had in there, they decide, you know what, we're going to start the rookie because this guy's stinking the place up. But they're not getting the valuable time like Dak did in training camp. So that's part of the reason why Dak played as well as he did. And like I said, it was a perfect storm. All of these things had to line up for Dak to be where he is now. You know, DeMarco Murray leaving and causing us a need to have a quarterback, or excuse me, causing us to have that compensatory pick that we used to pick him. You know, it had to be Moore getting hurt when he did in training camp to give him those valuable minutes, and then Tony Romo getting hurt. So all of these things came together, and it's crazy when you start thinking about how many different ways that it could have been totally different. But then, that's me. I guess I'm old, and maybe my mind just kind of wanders and thinks about all kinds of crazy stuff. But anyway, be sure to tune in tonight, 9 o'clock Eastern, for our live streaming, and I'm so excited about the new setup that I have, and it's going to be that much better. Now, one of the comments that I got from a lot of people was, you need to put something right over here. Maybe you should mount the TV right there, or, you know, hang the jerseys and stuff on there. Well, that's actually a door going outside, so it'd be kind of hard to mount a TV right there. But what we may do is we may get a fat head to put over there for something. So we'll figure out something. Like I said, we're still working with our setup here and trying to make it as good as it can be. So as always, friends, be sure to tune in tonight for the Jobu Sports Report live streaming at 9 o'clock Eastern. I'm Mark Holmes. This is Cowboy Jobu, and happy opening OTA day.